building a sensing organization. Culture is your sensory system. Let us talk about culture. Most organizations still treat culture as something soft or symbolic or even secondary, and it is not. Culture is how reality reaches power. It determines what gets noticed, what gets softened, and what gets delayed, and what never travels upward at all. That is why I describe culture as the organization's sensory system. A sensing organization allows weak signals to travel early. A rigid organization makes truth expensive and then acts surprised when the truth arrives too late. A great example is UnitedHealth Change Healthcare crisis. On February 12, 2024, hackers entered the system using stolen login credentials on an older server that did not have multi-factor authentication. On February 21st, ransomware froze systems across businesses. Change Healthcare processed about 50% of US medical claims, so the effects moved instantly across the healthcare system. On March 5th, the American Hospital Association said UnitedHealth assistance efforts were inadequate. On April 16, Reuters reported that the company expected the hack to cost as much as $1.6 billion that year. On May 1st, congressional testimony said the hack may have exposed data on roughly one-third of Americans. On October 24th, Reuters reported that 100 million people had been affected. But on January 24, Reuters reported that actually the real number was 190 million. Through the lenses of the liquid mindset, this is not just a cybersecurity failure, it is a sensing failure. A system this critical had an old server without MFA. That means the risk signal either was not seen, was not escalated, or was not acted on with enough urgency. Culture decided the speed of that truth long before the public incident exposed it. That is why brilliant strategy inside a truth filtering culture becomes stale before it moves. If signals are trapped too low, or if bad news becomes politically expensive, the organization becomes late by design. So when I assess culture, I ask very direct questions. What bad news gets softened on its way up? Or what truth arrived too late? Or what signals do people learn to keep to themselves because the room is not yet ready to hear them? Those questions tell you much more than a value poster ever will. Because the real measure of culture is very simple. Does truth arrive early enough to matter? Thank you for listening.